It's around the middle of the afternoon, December 23, 2022, and the storm is approaching. It's starting to rain pretty heavily. The temperature is falling rapidly, so I want to clean out the stove and get it turned back on. When I was getting the pellet stove, there was all sorts of commentary about all this, the stove is hard to clean, it's a pain to clean it, blah, blah, blah. And that has not been my experience. I find it to be very easy to clean. So, now this is the only stove I know. It's possible that other models are not as easy, but this one I find very easy. So the first thing I do is I move this around to clean the heat exchanger, and I keep it shut while I'm doing this to contain all that ash. And that, it's not the best thing out there, but gets most of the dust off of there. So we need to open these latches. And then we have another latch here for the base pan. Another latch here on this side. And I start from the top because it's all going to fall into the bottom there. So we'll clean out the burn pit. There's a lot of ash up here for some reason. I'm not sure why it gets stuck there, but it does. So we'll clean that off. Get some ash around here. We'll vacuum off. We'll vacuum off inside here. It only takes a few minutes and we'll be done. You want to make sure all these holes are clean so that the air can get through, and it looks like it generally is. There's some minor accumulation on the bottom. I can kind of scrape that away with the vacuum a little bit because this is a nice metal attachment, but that's not really going to affect the operation at all. Okay, that's really it. You can clean the window, which I always do because I like to see the flame. But that's only cosmetic. That's all the functional work that really needs to be done. So I'll just get a wet towel and clean this off. And I don't get real particular with it because within a couple days it'll be it'll look just as bad. So if it's streaky or whatever, I don't care. I wasn't burning it too hot last night because it wasn't cold, so it got very dirty. We may need to have a, oh no, I guess we don't need any cleaner. Sometimes you got to use like a Windex or something to get it off, but not this time. And that's it. Stove is clean and ready to be turned back on. Very simple, not time consuming, and not messy. You can clean the back of that, but I don't bother because once you get a real hot flame in there, it'll burn all that off anyways, and it'll turn back to the white, the lighter color that it usually is.